Okay, so today we will be learning the concept of while loop. So, while loop. So, what is while loop? While loop is part of the if statement. The if statement that we learned yesterday, the day before. And I hope you remember how the if statement works. And it is used to perform something that is repeatable. If there is something that you need to repeat a certain number of times, you can use the while loop, and then the while loop will do that for you. If this is something that is repeatable, if you want to, for example, say insert rows, right? And if you don't want to do like 100 times, or say you want to insert 1,000 rows, you can actually put that in a while loop, and then SQL Server will do that for you. Okay. So first thing, we will start by writing the while loop itself. So this is the general syntax for the while loop. And now let's say, first thing, let's see what are we trying to achieve is we want to print high 9 times. We could achieve the same thing like this. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? We could also do this. Like, if you see the result, this is the same thing, right? It prints the high 9 times, okay? Now imagine if we need to do this like 1,000 times. So that means you have to copy and paste this like 1,000 times, right? Like you'll be sitting and wasting all your time and like until 1,000 times, okay? So in order to make this process easier, we have something called while loop, okay? So this is like some sort of, we can say, function. And then let's say, what are we doing? First thing we're doing is we are declaring a variable. Okay, this is called in while loop. This is called a counter. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're saying, okay, now we have a variable that is and then it's type of integer, right?
Yeah.
And if you remember, variable is something that will let hold a value, right?
Yeah.
So it's an empty bucket, and then we'll put something into that bucket. And after that variable, we're saying set at a equals to 1.
Yeah.
Okay. But now this value for this variable is 1. Okay.
Yeah.
And this part is called entry. Entry point. Okay. And then the most important part is here.
Yeah.
We're saying while at a is less than 10, do this thing. Remember, like in the if statement also, you would say begin and end, and in between, you would say what to do.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is while this variable a is less than 10, first print high, and then set a equal to a plus 1. Okay? And then end. Okay?
Yeah.
So now what is happening? First thing, our a is 1, right? It's 1 here. Okay? I'll say, it already says a equals 1. So a equals to 1, right? And in the while part, it's saying while a is less than 10.
Yeah.
So 1 is less than 10, right? So since it's less than 10, this condition is met.
Yeah.
Right? That's why it starts the loop. Okay? So that's why it's called the entry point. To enter the loop, we are giving a value that meets this condition.
Yeah.
Okay? Now we entered the loop. Loop begins here. Since this is less than 10, it prints high, and then it sets a equal to a plus 1. This means now a is 2, right? A was 1. If I put this, for example, if a is 1, right? We set the a to 1. If I put it here, now a equals to a plus 1, which is 1 plus 1, which becomes 2. Okay? Then it comes here. This a is 2 now, right?
Yeah.
And it checks again, 2 is still less than 10, right?
Yeah.
And it comes here again. Since it's less than 10, it prints high again.
Yeah.
Now, a is 2. It's adding 1 to that 2. Now it becomes 3. Now it comes back here. X 3 is less than 10. And it enters the loop again. And it prints high one more time. And sets a 1. It adds 1 to a again. A will now in this loop, a is 3. Now 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 is still less than 10. So it does this again. And then goes back again. Now it's 4. So it comes here. Now it's 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. It checks. 5 is still less than 10. It enters and it does this thing again. Now a is 5, right? 4 plus 1 is 5. It does the same thing again, and then it adds 1 to 5. Okay?
Yeah.
And again and again it checks until this is 9, and 9 plus 1 is 10, right? So 10 is not less than 10. 10 is equal to 10.
Yeah.
That's where it stops. Okay? Since this condition is not met, it doesn't start the loop one more time. So it stops after 9 times. That's why it's printing the high 9 times.